That's the end, and that's where I was. I pray that they come back. I pray that they come back. Having internet issues, so I had to start a part two, but it's going to be short. So I'm going to give people a few minutes to see that I'm back live. Can you hear me? Huh? Can you hear me? Or see me?
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I see you.
Okay. And you can hear me? It's nice and clear? Okay. So in my clothes, I'm not sure where I left off at, but what I was saying, let me read this part. After returning to Bethlehem from Moab, Naomi experienced a profound shift from bitterness to joy, witnessing several positive development in her life. So after Naomi returned back to her hometown, God shifted things in her life. Her circumstance changed, her heart changed, how she looked at herself changed. And so we have to let go of our past. We have to be willing to walk away from whatever God has allowed to be removed out of our lives. Because no matter what comes and what goes, who come and who goes, we are here for a specific purpose. And our purpose is to serve God. And so we are without excuse. So we have to continue to journey on with whatever God allows in our lives. And he just turn it around for our good. So we never have to worry about what we lost and different things like that. Although we do, because that's the human side of us. But we got to understand that God has a bigger plan. We can't think about like God, because so only God knows the plan that he had for our lives. But we have to be willing to walk away from some things and let go. Yes, is it going to be painful? Absolutely. Naomi was heartbroken. She had lost the love of her life. She had lost her security. She had lost her provider. She had lost a part of herself. So yes, she was in despair. She was heartbroken. And it so much so she said, listen, don't call me who I used to be. That ain't even who I am now. I don't even represent Naomi now. I'm representing the identity of my pain. And some of us, we are operating from a place of pain, from a place of hurt. And you know who and what your Myra is. In my clothes, restoration of joy and a renewed sense of self. Naomi, who initially requested to be called Myra, meaning bitter, due to her losses, found her spirit revived and joy restored through these events, particularly through the birth of her grandson Obed. When she came to herself, when she realized, listen, it ain't nothing I can do about what happened, what transpired in Moab, what I lost in Moab. I can't do nothing about that now. You and I, we got to get to a place where we say, you know what? There's nothing I can do about that now. What happened, happened. I got to move forward. I got to let that thing go. I got to let that situation go. I got to let that pain go. I got to let that disappointment go. You got to let it go, because if you don't, you're going to change your name. And so God don't want you and I changing our name and taking on a new identity. God had named Naomi because that's who she was to the core. But because of life, she changed her name to identify with what she was going through. And it's easy to change your name without even knowing you've changed your name. Are you one of them people that sometimes when people see you, they say, child, you don't never smile. You always frowning. You always looking like you mad at the world. But they don't understand the pain that you've been carrying around. That brokenness you've been carrying around. That disappointment you've been carrying around. What God is telling you and I tonight, it's time to let it go. It's time for you to walk back in the identity that he gave you before the foundation of the world, before you was in your mother's womb, before that hurt, before that pain, because you are still who God called you to be. God ain't worried about the things of this life that tried to shape and mold you. He had already made you before you was in your mother's womb. He had already had plans for you before that divorce, before that molestation, before mom and daddy wasn't there, before you didn't have that support, before you lost that job, before you lost that home, before you lost your car, before you lost that friendship. He had already had plans. He had already considered all those things in. He already knew he was going to have to go ahead of you because it was going to take you some time to get over that hurt and that pain and that disappointment. He said, I'm just going to go ahead and go ahead of them. And they're going to catch up. So Naomi was blessed. She got a grandson out of the situation. But she had to do some searching and she had to let some things go. So whatever your Myra is tonight, I pray that you are able to release and let it go. Release it and let it go. Because it is affecting, it is delaying your destiny. It's interfering with God's plans for your life. God is saying you have mourned long enough. You have cried enough. God said we got things to do. He told Samuel, get your oil. You keep sitting up here boo-hooing over Saul, and I done moved on to something else. God said, you still sitting there crying, and I done moved on to something else, because why? I got something greater planned for you. And all he doing is, he's waiting on you. He's waiting on me. Don't let another day, don't let another hour, don't let another minute, don't let another second to interfere with what God is trying to do in your life. He's trying to bring you into something greater. Eyes have not seen. Ears have not heard. Neither has it entered into the heart of man what God has set aside that is waiting just for you. I pray something was said that will cause you to reflect on your Myra, to reflect on the things that has brought you pain and despair, that has broken you, that has left you limp and bitter and angry and mad and upset. God understands. But God is saying it's time to arise. It's time to get up. It's time to get your oil. It's time to start your ministry. It's time to start that business. It's time to walk out what he is calling you to walk out. That dream, that vision, God is saying, we got to move forward in this thing. That book you supposed to be writing, God said it's time to pick up the pen. Whatever God is calling you to do, God is saying now is the time. Write the book. Produce the movie. Be that teacher. Be that LPN or RN. Whatever. Be that attorney. Be that lawyer. Be that judge. Whatever God is calling you to do, God is saying now is the time. You have cried long enough. Let go of your Myra and embrace your Ruth. Because when God sent a Ruth in your life, that Ruth is going to stick by you. And you don't have to question. You don't have to worry yourself. You don't have to concern yourself. Ruth is good. Ruth was sent by God. So with that being said, again, I pray something was said. I pray that you was able to take it in. I do apologize for the internet issues. I pray that you will go back and catch the beginning. Well, you're going to have to go to the first live because of the internet. We had to restart it. So this is just part 2, which is very short. So if you will, just go back whenever you have time and catch part 1. It will really, it will bless you. It truly, truly will. And so again, I pray that this bless someone, it uplifts someone, that it encourages someone. I pray that it just meets you right where you are. And so I'm going to hop on off. Thanks to everyone that joined, everyone that's joining, those that's sitting in the back and just enjoying. I thank God for you as well. Me and my son, we thank you all for everything that you have done, everything that you have been doing, being a blessing, praying for us, paying for a room, paying for a night, whatever God has laid upon you all's heart to bless us. We thank God for you. We're not discriminating against our Ruth, because our Ruth are heaven sent, and we thank God for Ruth. So with that being said, again, if anyone need to get in contact with us for any reason, our contact information, everything that you would need is in the description. And so again, thanks again for hopping on, and I pray you all have a blessed night and amazing week. Until next time, you all stay blessed. God bless you, June, and God bless you, Chad, and God bless you, Planting Seed. I'm not sure if she's still here. And Nene was on the first live. So I thank God for you. God bless. Love y'all.